Hello, everybody, and welcome to your daily love interactive tarot advice. This is for Friday, May 18th, 2018. And, go ahead and put your question out to the universe on a specific person or situation or several people in regards to love and romance, and decide which deck is calling to you to the most. Today we have the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, the Romance Angels, and then the Whispers of Love. So I'm going to start with Vintage Wisdom. Go ahead to the timestamp for the other two if that is what is calling you today. Okay, let's see what Vintage Wisdom has to say in regards to your love and romantic situations for today, the 18th. Ooh, a thought. Thought. Very interesting. With this, definitely if you've been thinking about somebody just kind of out of nowhere, they're thinking about you too, okay? Because this is, like almost like you're communicating with each other energetically. Well, you are, but what comes through your mind is like fragmented of that soul communication. All right, so some of you, this is a confirmation that yes, that person keeps popping in your head, in your dreams, synchronicities, memories, all of that good stuff is popping up. And this is happening kind of out of nowhere, all right? Because if you are constantly thinking about somebody, if you're obsessing over them, your entire reality is going to constantly show you signs and synchronicities. And you might think, oh, that's because they're feeling me too. And, sometimes that's not the case. It's because you are so entrenched mentally and emotionally in that person that, they're just going to reflect in your reality entirely. I'll give you a little story about how precise and funny the universe can be. My ex that I was with for 11 years, about 9 months after he went off with another chick without ever even saying goodbye to me, and was dating her while he was still with me, I might add. We weren't committed, so I've got to say that, but yeah. So about 9 months after that, he got her pregnant, and I started a new job, and the girl that was my coworker, my right-hand girl, was pregnant. And she was having a boy, and she was naming it Jason. And that's the ex's name. So how synchronistic is that? Okay. And I actually, it's just, I could go on and on about the way he was just everywhere in my reality. And it wasn't because he was like trying to reach out to me or even thinking about me. He was wrapped up in his new chick. It was because I was holding on so tight, and I was thinking about him, and I was obsessing about him, and I was wishing and hoping and praying that we would reconcile. And I'll tell you what, right before he got that girl pregnant, he did come back. He did start texting me and stuff, and what he was saying was, I've been thinking about you, like, just very not right outwardly, but kind of like suspicious. And right around that time, he got her pregnant, and I am so grateful for that. It made me sad back then, but now I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because had he not knocked her up, I probably would have got sucked back into all that mess. And hallelujah that I am free. Like, and it took a while for me to realize that, sometimes even though you have this amazing connection and, blah, 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 no, sometimes it's not meant to be forever. Because if somebody is not good to you, and I'll tell you what, as a tarot reader, I'm reading the comments from, all of the people who view my videos, 90% of the people missing an ex and wanting an ex back is the one that got dumped or cheated on or left behind or overpicked, was the one who was always giving more, doing more, was in 100% while they're being cheated on, lied to, taken advantage of, manipulated. Okay, so this person, and I was right there with everybody, okay? I know what it feels like to lose that love, and you are devastated and you're like, there's no other love for me. Well, the thing is the person who was cheating and lying and doing the harm, I don't ever see those people leaving comments missing their ex. It is so few and far between. Also, as far as readings go, never one time in my life have I had somebody who cheated on their person and just treated them like crap, ghosted them, and was out asking, hey, do we still have a chance? It's never like that. It's always the person who got dumped or who was cheated on and lied to. And so I have to ask you, if that speaks to you, why the heck would you believe that somebody who would treat you like that is your one, is the best love that the universe has for you? I don't care how strong the connection was, okay? I know about that stupid connection that confuses, all right? And I get it. And that is not what you think it is. It's not. It's not. You don't have to listen to me, because I know when you're in that place, you don't want to hear that you're not supposed to be with that person. Like, I get it. But I just feel with this, like, I have to say that because so many readers, I don't feel, clarify that if you are obsessing and thinking about somebody all the time, you are going to constantly, you know, see things in your reality that remind you of them, and you're going to dream about them, and you might take that as a sign that, oh, that person's thinking about me, or oh, we're meant to be, when it really might just be your own energy reflecting back to you what is inside of you. So you have to be very honest with yourself with this energy. And, you know, if you're the one, then this might mean that, listen, you need to temper your thoughts. You need to get a better control on what you're thinking, because it's reflecting back to you. Now, for others of you, this is where, you know, you haven't really been thinking about this person, or, you know, it's not that intense energy, and it's like kind of out of nowhere they pop into your mind or into your head, or, you know, you just start seeing things and synchronicities, and it's reminding you of them, and you might even feel like a strong urge to reach out to them or something. And I'll tell you something with that. Somebody that, like, I dated in high school, and then kind of hooked up with, like, in my 20s, just, you know, briefly, and then we, like, really lost touch, whatever. Kind of out of nowhere, dude popped in my head, and, like, I was having dreams about him, and, like, all kind, and I'm like, what on earth? And I straight up said to the universe, because, you know, everybody has Facebook, so he's right there a click away. But I was like, universe, if I'm supposed to talk to this fool again, like, he needs to contact me. I am, what? No. And guess who contacted me out of nowhere? Yes. So you've got to really understand and know how this card is speaking to you. You've got to know your own energy. And if that doesn't, like, blow your mind, that this fool was all up in my mind, and I didn't even, like, want him, okay? But a romance did blossom from that reconnection. But it wasn't, I just, whatever. And it's like the universe put me and him and me, and I declared to the universe, hey, I don't have big enough britches to reach out to this guy. Like, are you kidding? I haven't talked to him in, like, 5 years. No. And he reached out to me, and he was even like, girl, I don't even know why I was reaching out. You're on my mind. And he had just lost the love of his life through a breakup right around the time, you know, I did. And we helped each other through that. So you've got to know what's going on in your head and in your heart. And if there's somebody that just kind of shows up in those places and you're like, whoa, it's because they're thinking about you, or the universe has put you inside of them and them inside of you for a reason. And my best thing is, if you don't know what to do, declare to the universe, just like I did. If we are supposed to communicate, then make it so. And, because there's been plenty of times where, because I just feel people, like just general, like I know typically when somebody is thinking of me, but it's usually people that I am pretty close to. It's never, like he was the first time that it was just somebody I used to know, that type of intense, out of nowhere, I could feel him, and I still do, and he feels me, and it's trippy. It like trips us both out because there's a connection there that should not exist. And I feel that's strong for some of you here, and maybe you're not trying to give that person a chance, or you're not interested, but open up, because it might turn out to be better than you expected. It was for me anyways, okay, in my personal experience with that type of energy. Also with this, if none of that really speaks to you, this could also be where you need to kind of go into contemplation mode, detached of your emotions about whoever you are asking about, okay? So let me pull some cards. I don't know, and I'm sorry to go on and on like that about that, but I feel like the universe is saying, no, you really, really need to define this in the greatest clarity possible. Because I'll tell you, I do not ever want to give anybody like a false hope or mislead them, and it's so hard in general readings, because... So let's see what comes out in the tarot here, okay? All right, so we have the Hanged Man energy, and interesting where I said, maybe this is somebody you wouldn't normally consider, because this is talking about a very strong bond, the exact bond I just described about my friend that, I just started thinking about out of nowhere. This is talking about that exact type of energy, 100. So I know why the universe was preaching. It's talking about that energy. And it's saying that this strong platonic friendship, this bond connection, definitely has the potential to turn into a romance, because you see this little, these little dolls, they're bound together, okay? But there's maybe some restriction, some hesitation, some fear, because the next card is this, and this is like where when we finally talk, all of our doubts are just kind of faded into the sunlight, and we're soothed and we're eased. So we might need to have a conversation here, some of you, because the last card is the Temperance. And, this is like balancing of energies, a little bit of this, a little less of that. I'm going to add some of this for that perfection, for the alchemy, what you're trying to create. So with this, it's like you need to communicate your heart or your mind, and do it in the right balance, not too emotional, not too dry, but it's like the right balance of expression of mind and heart, because it's, I don't know, it's like some of you, maybe you have feelings and you don't want to express them, or I would feel it's more like it's not even like you're crushing. There's already a connection here. We're already feeling each other. It might just be more of a sense of actually coming all the way out with it, or, figuring out how to make this work. All right. So honestly, today is all about communicating, how you feel led to. and do it in a very balanced way. Some of you, this is like a friend and you guys are thinking about taking it to the next level. Some of you, you could be in a relationship and you've just had a lot of things on your mind and it's created some distance, and we just need to talk about it so that we can balance the energy of our relationship to make it work, to make it right, okay? So those are the messages for those of you who were attracted to the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. Okay, let's see what the romance angels have to say. All right, so we have children. With this, you know, it could be a new beginning in the relationship. It could be there's a new relationship coming into your life today. This could be a potential for a new relationship on the horizon. Or, you know, this could be where you and your person are focused on kids for whatever reason today. I really just want to take this card out of the deck, to be honest. Like, I hate that card. I just do. It's... But anyways... Okay. So we have the moon. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that maybe some of you are ovulating today, or this is like a good time frame if you're trying to conceive. If you're not trying to conceive, just with the moon and the children, be careful. We have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, if you are going out on a date tonight, or you're planning on hooking up with somebody, really, if you don't want a child, please take precautions if you are still fertile, because we have the children and the moon, and now we have this Ace of Pentacles here. So if you don't want babies, wrap it up, or make sure you be taking your pills, whatever it is, because that's there. But again, if you are trying to, this looks very promising, the energy of this day, okay? Others of you, I feel like you're going on a first date tonight with somebody, and you are going to be very like lured into their energy, very enchanted by them, and like, you know, here we are making out, and here we are, we've hooked up all the way, okay? So if you have a date tonight with somebody who's really charming, or you find very sexy and attractive, I definitely see that the potential is there to go all the way. Now, you know, if this is a brand new person and the first time you meet them, you know, relationships sometimes do work out like that, where you just hook up that first time. I would always recommend not doing that unless you're just looking for a hookup. But anyways, the potential is there for those of you who are going out on a date tonight. Also, if you're planning on just going out with friends or something along those lines, there's definitely a potential for romance here. Friday's looking good for that. And some of you that are like already in a relationship, you might just have date night and it looks really nice and happy and peaceful and close, and I don't know, it's like maybe you and another couple are going out tonight, and the night is just really nice and ends well. Like, it looks like a great energy. The only thing that I have to say of a negative nature is those of you that do have the potential of conceiving a child, or, you know, take precautions just because of this energy, okay? But otherwise, it looks really awesome. If you want to ask somebody out, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles here, that could definitely be a yes, but this is a general reading. So, you know, you have to know is that if that person is flirting with you back, if they're putting the vibes out there, if you're feeling it intuitively, then yes, put yourself out there. But if you really don't know, then I can't promise that it's going to turn out in your favor. I really can't, because this is general, and I would never want to put you in that position of rejection based on a general reading. So, you know, it looks promising, but you've really got to fill it out and go from it at that angle, okay? Also, be careful, just because we have the moon here with the Ace of Pentacle, you know, be sure that if you're going to be intimate with somebody, that they're being real about it 100%, okay? Just because the moon card is here. So, that is what I have for you guys that were attracted to the romance angels. I am wishing you an awesome Friday. Take care. Okay, so let's see what the whispers of love have to say. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So today is all about being gentle, being soft, being loving, being forgiving. You know, if you're in a situation where you're dealing with somebody who's not very nice to you or is mean or taking advantage, this would be more about you need to demonstrate love to yourself instead of putting them ahead of your own self-respect. Because, you know, when somebody is not respecting you and, you know, treating you badly, you don't recognize it because you see them as the one doing the behavior. But by you allowing them to continually come back in, you are enabling that and you are accepting that, and you're saying to the universe, this is good enough for me, when in fact, it's really not, right? That's not what you want. You want real love. So this card is either you need to be kinder and more loving to yourself over who you're dealing with romantically, like you might be giving too much to them, or this is saying that, you know, maybe it's time that you open yourself up a bit more to them emotionally and be vulnerable, find out what they like, what they need, what they want, and, you know, with your best attempt to bring that to them in your fashion, in your way, all right, with this card. So you have to decide how that fits for you, because this is general. And if you're already giving and doing, I am not encouraging you to do more. I'm encouraging you to give back to yourself and tell that fool whatever. But if you've just like been really closed up and not wanting to be emotionally vulnerable, today is a good day to become those things. Emotionally open and emotionally vulnerable, and, you know, find out what your object of affection really wants and really desires, and bestow it upon them to the best of your ability. All right, so we have the Three of Cups here. This is a lot of passion, okay? And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is, you know, where we are whispering things to each other like, okay. I honestly, I don't like this energy. And I'll tell you why. Because I feel like, and you need to be true to yourself. If what I'm saying is your behavior, then you need to own that. But if what I'm saying is completely foreign to you, then this is the behavior of the person you're dealing with or asking about, okay? What I see here is this relationship. It could be very passionate and full of, fire and energy, but it could just be a sexual thing. And we kind of are getting the sense of that. But, we're being told just the basics of information that need to be said to keep one hanging on. But then we're being stalked, or we're doing some stalking here. Okay? So it's like somebody, either you or the other person, is like spying on or stalking the other. And I'm sorry, that's what I see. And with Demonstrate Love, that makes complete sense. You can't, if you're the one that's doing, the stalking, and I mean like, I'm not talking about sitting in front of their house. Like some of you could be doing that. I don't think so. But it's more like, through all those social media outlets and just spying on their every move. What are they doing? And this could be you doing that, or this could be being done to you. And, if you are doing this, it is not serving you. And the universe is saying, listen, if you feel like you need to obsess like that, there's a problem. It doesn't mean there's a problem in you. It means there's a problem in the relationship. Like, what is prompting that behavior in you if you're the one doing that? Now, if that's what's being done to you, okay, again, what is prompting that person to feel that they need to check on you? And I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong, okay? I'm just trying, woo, and the wind just flew through my house. Wow. Listen, some of you, I think you have like this kind of intuitive sense, or you've been wondering, is this person like, all up in my business? And this could be like somebody that you're not even with anymore. You apply it how it fits, but it's like, I'm going to put on this front like everything's good, but, secretly I'm spying on you. I'm checking up on you. And it's not good. Like, we need to demonstrate love. And, I don't know. This energy's just kind of jacking with me a little bit. I'm going to actually pull some clarifiers on it, because I don't know. Maybe you feel like somebody is kind of jacking you around, and if you do kind of spy on them or dig a little bit, like, you'll find the truth. If you're feeling that, then that's what I see here, and that Demonstrate Love is definitely about yourself. Like, you need to love yourself and honor yourself more than this person. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles in this position. For this Three of Cups. And then we have the Judgment for this position, the Seven of Wands. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles, which would be Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if it's representing a person. I don't know. I almost feel like what's going on here is either you are really, really doing anything and everything you can to get the attention of somebody, and it's like, I will wait here as long as it needs to. Like, I want this chance with you, or I want a second chance with you. I really want us to get back together. And maybe the person is either in kind of like they're in and out, or they're not in your life at all. It's like you're trying to get them to notice you. You're wanting this chance, and like, I will wait forever. But one of two things: either you're being stalker and like you need to end that, or B, if you're not being stalker, it might be time to, instead of trying to get the attention of the other, to just express yourself outwardly, okay? And if you've already done that and they've kind of brushed you off or pushed you off, I would stop pursuing, okay? This could also be the other way, where somebody is, all up in your business, is stalking you, trying to get your attention, begging for a chance with you, and saying, hey, I will wait here as long as it takes. And sometimes, this intention feels good, but if you're really not into this person, demonstrating love is being real with them and saying, look, there's never, ever going to be a chance whatsoever, period, end of story. Okay? But I understand that, when we're first trying to get with somebody, we do want to impress them and we do want to do things for them to notice us. But with this whole lineup of cards, don't go out of your way or do anything excessive to get the attention of somebody else today. And, really check and see if you've been feeling like a certain person is looking at all your stuff. They are. Block them. Yuck. I don't know. I am the least stalky person, I think, in the world. I wouldn't even, I have a Facebook, a personal, but I don't ever do anything with it. And I mean, if you guys are a fan of the Consciousness Evolution Journey Facebook, you'll see, I don't do anything with it. I suck at social media. I don't have Instagram or any of that. So, I wouldn't be able to stalk anybody, and I wouldn't want to, ugh, no way. I don't care. That just, it puts all kinds of thoughts and feelings up in your head, and it's not worth it. I think a good meme that I saw was, if you go to your ex's Facebook, only pain you will find, and it had Yoda on there or something. And that's the truth, because, when we haven't moved on, but the object of our affection has, there serves no purpose in looking at their Facebook or their other social medias and, hoping and praying that you guys are going to get back together, or knowing every detail of their life. All you're doing is torturing yourself, for real. And, if somebody's doing this to you, you need to put an end to it, because, I can attest to the fact that I noticed my email was getting hacked. My old original Facebook page got reactivated. There's just all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty freaking obvious that I'm being hacked into. And there's only one person in this world that would do that. And that same person that would do that is the only person I know that is intelligent enough and knows how to do that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Okay, if you feel that, and I'll tell you, I had a sense of it too before I started seeing the physical evidence of it, the notifications of my email at different IP addresses and stuff like that. I just kind of felt uneasy, somebody was watching me, and I got a little bit sketched out thinking it was somebody around my apartment complex, or, so I'm like, shoot, I ain't going out to my car after dark. I ain't going nowhere. But no, it wasn't anything like that. It was that, the ex was hacking into my stuff, and I was sensing that. And so you may be sensing that. And if you are, then you're absolutely right. And change your passwords. Block that person if you can, because you are definitely being stalked. I see that. And I don't mean in the sense of they're sitting outside your door and all that. I mean, I guess for some, this is general. It could be that deep. But this to me feels more like we're spying, through the outlets that we can spy without being seen. And that it's just, no, it's all about love. So if this is behavior you're doing, you need to... well, you can do whatever you want. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what the reading is saying. And it's saying, don't do that. You need to have more love, honor, and respect for yourself. And, let it go. Work on you. Focus on you. Love you. Now, if this is where this is somebody bringing this behavior to you, or the person who just won't get the hint that you're not interested, it's a good day to be firm and say, listen, you never will have a chance, or hey, I know that you're hacking my stuff, or you are spying on me, or you're stalking me, and I want you to stop it. Like, I don't know. This is just really funky energy for this third pole. I'm sorry, like, that I'm kind of choppy about it. In fact, like, all of the messages for love today were kind of weird. And I don't know if you watched the general daily interactive tarot poll, but it was expressed there too that it's like just a very emotional day. And Pluto was the overall energy, which is a day of transformation, Phoenix rising out of the ashes, intense emotion. So I feel like that's why all of these have been kind of just like this weird vibe to me as I'm reading them. So just be mindful of that. Also, maybe if none of that is speaking to you, listen, if you have a date tonight with somebody and you're just like, it's going well enough and you're like, yeah, maybe I could see myself with this person. It's not like, oh, heck yeah, it's just like there's some element. It could just be there's like a good passionate connection. They may really just try to hook up with you and sweet talk you and say everything they need to say. And with this, I don't know that you want to. You might end up with a stage 5 clinger, okay? Or they may, or my favorite thing that my friend said is, or a stage 5 creeper. You don't want either one of those, right? And you never want to be either one of those, right? I don't think I was ever a stage 5 clinger. Maybe with the ex, I may have gotten to a stage 3. Like I said, I don't stalk, I don't beg you to come back to me, but I definitely kept allowing him to come back into my world. So to me, that's clinger because he was no bueno. So you don't want that in your life. You don't want no stage 5 clinger, even if the attention feels nice, and you don't want no stage 5 creeper. And you don't want to be those things either. Like, so if you're like, damn, I'm a stage 5 creeper, check it at the door. Change that behavior. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You don't need to be that. In fact, it just brings you pain. It just brings you pain. So anyways, those are the messages for Whispers of Love. Love yourself first and foremost overall today. And if all is well in your world and you're like, this is the craziest crap I've heard, give love to your partner, find out what they want, what makes them happy, and shower them in it today, okay? So those are the messages for the interactive love reading today. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.